Welcome to Sailing Sir. This is your friend Chief Officer Bimlesh Kumar Singh, and presently I am in Singapore office. So I have my guest. He sailed with me earlier. He was my junior officer. It was about 8 years ago. Now he is second mate, having a chief mate license. Shortly he is going to become a master also. He is going to take his class 1 COC in Singapore. So I thought, why not to make a video with him and share his experience, because he was my junior officer. And he is now second officer. Okay, so first introduce yourself to the guys who are over there watching you.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Mo, and as Captain Bimlesh has said, I used to be his junior officer. Actually, not 8 years ago. It's actually been 11 years.
11 years. Okay.
It's been so long, but at the same time, we feel that it felt like yesterday that we were sailing together, isn't it?
Yes, because we are again met up here and we are doing job again together.
Yeah. It's a small world, and it's also like a small time frame. Actually, it's been quite long, but it really feels.
Because we
like
were in
yesterday.
touch, right? We were in touch on the email and in
we
WhatsApp. We were chatting also. So that's how we got to know that he is also in SOAR and he's also in Singapore right now, and I'm also in office. So finally we met here and we thought to make a video.
Yeah.
So, introduction.
Yeah. So I think that's about it. Introduction. No need to touch on too much. But you will learn more about me as the video goes on, then during our conversations and all that lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mo, can you just tell that these guys that when you started sailing first time and how you came to know about these merchant vessels, that there is some profession like merchant navy, and who told you about this?
Okay, sure. When I first started sailing, I started in 2012. So it's been pretty damn long. So how I know about this profession? Okay, so I'm a Singaporean now, but I am Burmese by descent. So that means that my parents are Burmese, and Burmese is Myanmar lah. India and Myanmar shares borders, and we're neighbors. And like India, Myanmar is also a seafaring country. A lot of seafarers hail from Myanmar. So my dad is one of the seafarers. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is how I knew about this profession. Before pursuing sailing as my full-time career, I actually sailed on board the ship already. Did you know about that? Did I tell you?
No, I never know that. Should be. I think that should be on the cruise ship, right?
No. Cargo ship.
Cargo ship.
Yeah,
okay,
cargo ship.
That means you had the experience already
Yes.
before you joined the ship.
Yes.
Merchant Navy
My
ship.
dad was a chief engineer.
Okay.
So what happened is that the senior officers can actually call their family members on board
Right.
to sail together. So at that time, my dad called my mom and my brother and myself. So his family to sail on board.
So it was like a group or family vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay lah. You can say vacation because I didn't do anything. I was a kid.
You're just like a passenger on board.
I was a passenger, so technically I just go there and experience. I think I was around 8 or 9 at that time. I've already sailed for about 3 months.
3 months. So before joining the ship, you already have a 3 months of sea time.
Yeah, I already
That is great.
Yes.
So actually, I just want to one thing more. You just tell my viewers that how you think about this career. Is it worthwhile to join a ship than a shore job, or how you think about it being a Singaporean?
Okay. I will explain that question in a few different perspectives. First perspective is being a Singaporean, and how this is actually beneficial to me or detrimental to me in terms of a career.
Okay.
Everywhere of course you will see some pros and cons to doing things. Of course there are pros and there are also
Cons also there.
Yeah, definitely. And another perspective is I would like to explain from the point of the younger generation who is coming up, who is seeing opportunities elsewhere online. There are other opportunities that are there that we can pursue, but Okay, so I will try to explain that perspective also. So these two
Okay,
things.
okay, okay.
First, I will start off with the Singaporean perspective. You know,
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it is it's a good career to pursue. So of course, as I was saying just now, there are pros and cons. The pros being that you know, you do investments, right? You've done investments
Of
before.
course, lot of
Yeah, I'm
investments.
sure many of you have actually, you know, learned about investing or at least seen some videos about investing
Right,
elsewhere.
right, right.
So I see sailing career as something that you are investing your time in. So we are not putting in money, we're not putting in capital like your normal, you know, stock
Normal
exchange and
state.
all that.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
we are investing our time. You know,
Or life actually. Time
life
with life also.
time with life,
Yeah, yeah,
which
that
will
is
tie into the second perspective
correct,
that I wanted to
correct.
say because
Uh,
there's a lot of, like, you know what he
yes,
said.
yes, of course.
Yeah, so what I mean by investing your time is that to reach to where Captain Bimlesh is right now, being a captain, a master, or a senior officer position, you need to invest a lot of your years in. Uh, not just your, you know, the amount of time that you have to put in. It's also you're investing your youth years. You're actually
Yes.
investing the time that you're actually you could be clubbing out with your friends or maybe drinking, you know,
Enjoying your
Enjoy-
profession with a friend,
falling in love,
yeah,
falling out of love.
so many
I
things
don't
are
know,
there, right?
Yeah,
right.
with your girlfriends and boyfriends, whichever you swing. but,
Of course.
but yeah, you're also investing these times in because you will be joining. You'll be spending these years on board the ship.
Of
You know,
course.
as you do your cadetship, which is like your intern period where you're learning, and your junior officer years, and you're also slowly going to climb up. You're going to have to invest your time going for courses and all that.
Even during the holidays time also, like you are said
Yeah.
already, and you back to your home, you have to invest your time. During
Definitely.
holidays, you have to do courses also.
Definitely.
Right, right.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to invest a lot of your time in. That is like the main con, I would say, of sailing. You know, in the perspective of a Singaporean, being one of the highest, or if not the highest, the most expensive country in the world.
Yes, of course.
You know,
Singapore is very expensive.
yeah, he's
Damn
here so he can
expensive.
tell you about it.
I'm here from last 4 months. I have seen it's really the cost of living, everything is quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of you know, cost of living and the monetary benefits that we receive from sailing career might not be as attractive, I should say,
Yeah.
as compared to the previous generation. You know, like my father's time and all that. In terms of exchange rates, in
Yeah.
terms of salary compensation, in terms of leave, in terms of benefits.
Actually, what I would say that if you compare the previous sailors to the present sailor, the salary has not much increased
Yes.
because quite more or less the salary is almost same. There's not
Yes.
much change. So guys who were sailing earlier, they were getting more money because the rates of dollar, the exchange rate,
Yeah.
the economy, the
Yeah.
cost of living.
Now cost of living has
Everything
gone up,
is
inflation has
yes,
gone
yes,
up,
inflation.
and
So
you know,
I don't think so. We are most paid job that we are doing. But yeah, if you compare Singapore with India or Burma or any other country which is just developing, so there is a difference. But as being a Singaporean, I don't think so.
yeah, being a Singaporean, it's
Yeah.
challenging. So
Yeah.
these are like some of the cons. But okay, the pros are definitely that you have invested your time inside, and not many people want to pursue this career. So there's like this power vacuum. You see, those who are right at the top right now. Those who are holding the key positions and all that, who has the sailing experience, captain experience and all that, when they retire or when they go out, when they don't want to work anymore, then there is a very limited pool of talents that they can select from, which is, if you invest in this career, like how I have invested in, you know, you're one of that few. You know, there's not much choice.
Yes,
Yeah.
right, that's right.
Yeah, so there will be more opportunities for myself or for you, whoever that is, you know, looking forward to, you know, joining this career. Yeah, you'll be in that limited pool. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. And the other thing is like on the perspective, if you want to see from the other side, like from a family side, how you think it is a good career or a
Yeah.
bad career or it's okay career? Like from family, friends perspective, if you're sailing at sea, you have to stay at least 4 to 6 months out at sea without any friends. You don't have your family with you, and so that's actually, what is your view on that?
I would say it depends on the girl that you're dating, or your wife. Who knows? I don't know.
Of course.
So if she is okay with you, being long periods apart, because I know that most of your viewers are from India. So some of the Indian sailors' contracts can be longer than
Of course.
what we have in our company, which is about 6 months. Some of the Indian officers in different companies might be required to sail for around 8 or 9 months
Eight,
at a
9 months.
time.
Sometimes they cannot sign off because due to some company regulation, due to some shortage of even
Or like COVID,
officers.
like
Like
last
COVID
year.
also, you can see
Yeah.
the last year, right?
Yeah, so
So it's quite difficult. So by family wise, I don't think so,
so
because
it depends on
uh,
your
how your
spouse.
family takes it, right?
Yeah,
And
how your
also how your
spouse takes it.
partners. Yeah.
Also whether you have your internet, which is also one of the the
Yes,
perspectives
yes,
that
that
I
is
have.
also one. No, the thing is family anyway. The internet will not solve this issue, but at least
Yeah.
you can get in connected. You can get in touch with them.
For sure.
You can call them. At least you can see them. So that is plus point. Now I think all the companies, they are providing this internet mostly free, or
Yeah.
at least they take minimum charge to get some GB data, right?
Yeah.
So I think all the ships they have. But even though the family, what you miss is always there, right?
Yep,
You miss
yep.
your family, father,
That's
mother.
for
You've
sure.
grown up with them. Your friends around you.
That's right.
You must be thinking this one also, right? Saturday, Sunday, you're chilling it out when you're at home.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now because you're on board, you cannot do all those things, right?
On
So this is
board,
one of
you
the
are
part you
required-
have to bear it.
Yeah, on board you're required to work like what you said.
It's
Saturday,
24
Sundays,
hours.
It's 24 hours.
It's 24 hours job.
You're working
actually.
in shift. There is no holiday. That's all. Our holiday is no overtime.
Yeah, no overtime also. Right.
about
So it's totally like you are just paying your 24 hours a day on ship, and you are getting paid for that.
Yeah.
So
and that's right. Definitely, like what you said. Like WhatsApp and video call.
That's
is
only
not
the
gonna-
way where we can get connected with our family.
It cannot substitute like
Exactly, exactly.
a lover's touch.
Yes,
You know
yes,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
So that is one of the things that whoever that is looking into sailing has to be aware about, or those who have loved ones sailing on board. Then this is one of the things that we have to
Yeah, but
experience.
anyway, if you want to get something, you have to leave something behind, right?
Yeah,
that is
there's
always there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always this give and take wherever you are.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah.
And so one more thing, how long it takes you from being a cadet till this chief officer, you cleared your class 2 exam. So how long it take? Because our time it was quite easier. We were getting promoted very fast because the officers were short. Not much people were aware of this job. But
Yeah.
nowadays, there is a flooding of all the crew. Even you take crew officers, there are so many people are there waiting, because there is a lot of people who are already joined this ship, and then they are planning to join because they have done their courses.
Yes.
Because of the salary and all, they know that salary is high in comparison to others, so they are coming too much in this thing. So the field is already flooded. So how long it takes nowadays from being from your cadetship till the class 2, or let's say class 1, to become a master?
There is this one. I can't really give a rough timeline. Compared to an Indian seafarer, because Singaporeans are a little different. When I came for my cadetship, it was part of my school actually.
Okay.
So my school is 3 years, and one of the years I have to spend it for cadetship. Then after that, I still have to go 2 years for national service, and then I
Okay.
come back for my class 3
No, India, we
exam.
don't have any national service like that.
So
Yeah, of course.
so then I come back for exam for another 6 months, and then after which I go back to sail, and then I have to come back for another 6 months to a year for my class 2. So my timeline and the scheduling is a little different. But if we are going to count the
Number of years.
number of years totally when I started sailing as a cadet and until I finished my
Class-
chief officer's exam,
Chief officers can, yeah.
which is about, I think,
10 years?
8 years?
8 to
9
10 years.
Yeah.
It depends actually also how frequently you sail, how you complete your sea time,
Yep.
correct, and how fast you give your exams.
How much leave do you
How
take?
much leave you take? No, because normally some people what they do, they sail very less, right?
Yeah.
They sail for 6 months and they go on the vacation for let's say 5 6 months, 8 months. So then
Yes.
if you do like that, you cannot become an officer very fast, or mostly the senior officers. So if you want to become an officer, I think you should sail frequently, leaving all those things aside.
Yeah.
You become a master or chief officer. Then you can take a break and you can start relaxing and sail for a shorter period of time, and you can enjoy at home much longer. That will be means good also, because you are junior
Yeah.
officer. You have all of the money whatever you earn is mostly goes in your courses and COC in classes, passing those things. So I don't think so. It will much means wise that you should not follow this long vacation. So fast you do your exams, finish your sea time, and get promotion as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Then once you become chief mate, even I say for marriage also, don't hurry up. If you're in merchant navy, don't hurry to get married. You understand? Because once you are married, the way of looking at this profession totally changes. What do you say? It's right?
I would say you have a point, but I would also like to encourage those who who are already here, and I would say that if you are not following this route, don't be stressed. Everybody has their own
Perspective or looking or-
circumstances and all that, so everybody can go on their own time and own target. I would just say this last point that Captain Bimnesh has said. The important thing is not to give up. Just keep on going.
Keep on
and
going.
even
Yes.
when your perspective changes, you just have to don't let it if you really want it, captain is where you want to be. Don't let your change perspectives like
Until you reach there,
influence
at
you too
least,
much.
yes,
At
yes.
least you have to. I mean, you're already halfway there. Let's
Correct.
say then you just have to continue and just go.
No,
on doing
even
it.
if you have some other passions that you want to pursue or you want to follow, even after being a master, when you are settled down, you have all the normal materialistic things, and you have decent salary, you have decent savings, you can switch over also, right?
Yeah.
So that is also one of the parts. So first of all, the passing all the exams and finishing up your sea time, getting class 1, becoming a master should be your first priority.
Yeah.
And then you can see other things, your passion you can follow, because once you are in a higher level, your salary will be quite better than other people who are doing a shore, if you manage it properly.
Indian seafarers.
Yes,
Because you,
yes.
you guys have an advantage of
Correct.
exchange rates and many other
Yes,
things.
yes. Because if you are earning in euro or dollar or Singapore dollar or whatever, finally you are going to spend in India only, correct? So the exchange rate will be higher and you will be paid higher. But if you are staying in a high cost like Singapore or USA or Europe, your cost of living will be higher, so you cannot save much. But if you are
That's
earning in
true.
dollars, euros, and you're spending in India, Burma or whatever the Asian countries, I think this salary is quite enough and quite good. Because this much salary not a normal guy can earn in India or Burma or Pakistan or Bangladesh.
With that being said,
Yeah.
when you get your first paycheck, if you decide to sail,
Yes.
please make smart investments. Let's say don't spend it all on
from the
drinking.
starting only, right? From the starting only.
Yeah,
Don't go for this all highly,
Don't
fancy
spend
items.
it all on
Yes.
drinking.
Drinking,
you go to
enjoying.
the club, open a table, and your salary is gone.
Yeah, of course. So if you do like that, one day you will come up and finally you say end of the day you don't have any backup, then you have to go back again to sea. So that's what I think. So okay, so we are here in the office, so we can take one more very important, the perspective from him. So now you're working with me in the same company.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious that why you want to leave the sea life so early, and why you are thinking to come at shore.
Okay. Yeah.
Now people are thinking to go to sea to get money and job, but why you thought that okay, this is enough now, I don't want to sail anymore, I should look a job into the shore side, or maybe it should be in the shipping industry only. But how you switch your view, from the sailor to shore job? Yeah.
The answer to your question is within your question. You ask why people go to sea for money and job. I also come back to shore for money and job.
Of course. So you have that experience, no? So
I would say at the start of the podcast interview, our discussion, we basically I've mentioned that Singapore is one of the most
Expensive.
high cost of living, one of the most, or if not the most expensive country in the world. So normally sailors, when you go sail, you are not earning for the period that you are not sailing. So basically, you don't have a job within that period. You're technically employed, but without salary. You
You
know.
understood? Actually, he want to say that you are paid only till you are working on board.
Yep.
Once you are out away from the gangway, your salary stops. So the time you
That's
spend
right.
at home, the holiday time, you are
You're
not
not
paid
paid.
for that. So
That's
when
right.
you calculate it totally like a year salary, it will be like half of what you are earning right now, right?
That's right. Here
Yeah.
in Singapore, due to our living expenses, our buying a house is also super duper expensive, and we also have our healthcare, we have our insurance and all
A
that.
lot
But
of
at the
things,
same
yes,
time, it's
yes.
also expensive. So not having an income for these few months is very detrimental for many of the Singaporeans here, which is also one of the reasons why Singaporeans quit sailing. And also at the same time, with the average salary that a Singaporean can earn is, if you calculate it like what you said per year,
Mm-hmm.
it comes out about the same when you are sailing and also when you're not sailing.
Okay.
So at that time, we do a risk assessment.
Yeah, risk assessment.
We do
Actually, the
risk assessment.
calculations. the
Our
word-
calculations, yeah.
Yes,
that's it.
yes, yes.
We do our assessment at that time. Then I would say that it's not that different anymore.
Correct,
So
correct.
might as well. Okay, why don't we get a job over here? Sailing is very very specialized. So when you are a long time in sailing, if it is not that how would say beneficial to you in the long run. For example, if you are going to earn as a captain for a long time, then how much salary are you going to earn? Or can you earn the same amount of salary
By
per
working
year
on shore,
by working
yes, of
ashore?
course, of course.
Then we will. That's how I calculated.
That
then I
time we
wanted to come
can
over.
think for switching over.
Yes, that
Okay.
is. There will come a point in time where you guys, also whoever that is, sailing or not sailing, any of the viewers, there will also come a time where you will do this assessment. Be it whether about
Whether it
family,
were to go see
Yes.
by all these calculations, actually,
That's
this
right.
thing. Let's say I am earning, as a captain or as a chief officer, I'm earning 9,000 US dollars. Okay, let's say approx. So 9,000 multiplied by 4 months. I do normally 4 months contract. What about the other 8 months of the year? That 8 months I don't get paid, right? So if you calculate my 4 months salary divided by 12, it comes normally how much? $2,000, $3,000
Yeah,
max.
yeah.
That will be my salary. So if you working a shore also, if you can make that $3,000 a month, sure it will be more than that. But anyhow, you are compensating that with the sea time, right? And you are staying with your family,
Yeah.
friends. You are enjoying the holidays.
Family,
You are enjoying the
friends.
national holidays and
Yes.
everything. Festivals and all everything.
That's right, that's
So you can have the good time together with the family, and you are earning same amount of money.
Yeah, and
So-
for the younger guys out there, internet probably.
Yeah, and internet of course. So
We don't-
nowadays
we don't
people
have-
think about it. Yes, on
Not,
board.
not every ship has
Yes, yes,
internet
yes, of
access
course.
on board. That is one of the.
And that is
very
also
important things.
limited. You cannot say it is unlimited, and you don't have that speed. You can just chit
Limited
chat.
bandwidth and speed.
Correct. So
Yeah.
that is also one
Not
of the,
just the data amount that you can use. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are like what you said,
Hmm.
gives and takes. You
Yes,
have
yes.
to sacrifice something.
Correct. So that is the thing. And what else we can? Okay, one more thing. So when you were cadet, I'm just bringing you back to your past.
okay.
So when you were cadet,
Right down memory lane.
yeah. So when you were cadet, tell me what you like the most at sea. Cadet, Not now. I'm not talking about now.
When-
Now the perspective, the way of looking is changed. But when
Okay.
you were cadet, what was your best thing you liked about sea?
I would say when I was a cadet, traveling.
Oh yes, that I think most of you guys also like, right?
Traveling.
Traveling.
But traveling
And earning
back
money
then,
also.
traveling back then and traveling now is totally different.
Yes.
Because of
Different.
COVID screwed us up. So many of the restrictions are still there, and a lot of things are there. And also, with the state of the world currently,
Yeah,
and the geopolitical situations, and everything
We're
that's
quite
going around.
restricted some places,
Yeah, but back then, it was
It was
a good
totally
time,
open,
man.
you
It
go
was
just
a-
anywhere.
It was a good time, seriously. I've been together with you
Yes.
to
So I think
Argentina. We went to
Argentina, Brazil.
He brought me out to Brazil to different places.
Different
I was like,
places,
holy shit, I don't know, man. What's going on? Patricio,
so-
obrigado. Oh my god, so many things. It
So
was
traveling was the main attraction, right? Traveling the world while you were earning.
I would say, yeah, when I was a cadet, the big plus for me was, yeah, traveling. Because I ain't earning much, man. I mean,
Three,
me
four
as a
hundred dollars
cadet,
only, right?
I mean, I chew, then it's gone already, you know. It's like, hey, shit, where did my salary go? It's totally gone.
Of course.
So the only thing that was left was, okay, I would say, yeah, experiencing the different cultures and all
Yeah,
that.
of
When
course.
we were in Brazil, all the guys that came up as well, Ronaldo, Fernando,
all,
something,
that
Ricardo,
different name,
Orlando. My God, this do, that do, Prata do also have.
So many doors are there because their name is like that, So you meet different type of people in different.
That was
Yeah,
very
that was
interesting.
the fun thing. Yes, of course. And what do you think that time was the worst thing of the sea life?
Oh,
The nightmare,
Oh, the nightmare was my very first chief officer on board. That was a nightmare. It was horrible.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, when I think about it, I mean, I can't really blame him. He was also stuck on board. He wanted to go home. He has his own family issues and all that, but there was no relievers and all that, so he was also stressed. As you guys may know, nowadays, mental health is a big thing, and more and more people
of
are
course.
talking about it.
Yes,
and when you're on board, your mental health graph starts off here, and the longer you stay, it just goes down. It never comes back up. It just goes down and down and down.
As the time passes, also, no, the way of thinking, everything got changed.
Yeah, you are easily irritated. You don't have enough sleep.
Frustration also there, and sometimes you have to face the rough sea, right?
Yeah.
You don't forget that.
There's no relief.
No relief.
There's
Like
no
you can
relief
say,
for your
you can take
pressure.
a good relief, take a good nap, sleep full nights. Not there.
Yeah.
Like you are always online.
Yeah, but the first guy was horrible, man. I totally hated the fella.
Oh.
It was
From which
it was
country?
like that. It was a Sri Lankan dude.
Oh, Sri Lanka. I think nowadays the new chief officer and captains, they are not like that.
Yeah,
These are the
they're not
old guys, The new captains, you see, like us, the new guys, they are not much care, and we don't pressurize the people while we work. We give their space. Let them be comfortable talking, giving their explanation, giving us the ideas.
Yeah.
We also trying to teach them training. But I don't think so. Now old guys are gone, I tell you. For now, the most of the old guys, they are not like that. Now the new generation is
It's
5G
more
5G guys.
Yeah, it's more receptive.
Yes.
It's more of teamwork rather than
correct.
like a top-down
Correct,
approach. Everything I'm right. You're not right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go to the next part. So what do you think being a cadet on board is most important thing that a cadet should follow, so that he can be a good cadet and good, the officer in future. So,
Okay, let me explain what usually cadet is like on board the ship.
Yeah,
Okay, so if we are going to analyze scientifically and biologically a person's brain. Okay, let's just say cadet's brain. Cadet's brain has.
It's new.
Yeah, cadet's brain has two sides.
Yeah.
Left side
And right
and
side.
right side. On the left side of the cadet's brain, nothing is right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
the
there's no
opposite.
right, no?
No right.
Ah.
On the right there is no right.
Uh,
Yes.
No, on the left, on the right, there's nothing left.
Okay.
You get it? Because left and right.
Yes, correct. That is also there.
On the left side of the brain, there is no right.
Yeah, no right.
On the right side of the brain, there's
nothing
left.
So you don't have anything actually. You are just a new blank guy who just go lost everywhere, and you find out what I'm doing here, why I'm here for, just for making photocopies or what.
So don't worry
Yeah.
when you go on board. If you happen to join this sailing life, just keep an open mind. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna be in a totally different world. You're not gonna. It's totally unlike what we're doing.
What we are doing,
what we're doing,
yes.
what we're doing.
You have to
at sea or
actually
what.
you have to make your mind. If you want to become a seafarer, you should not go. You should not think that I go and just relax over there. Actually, you have to prepare your mind when you are going at sea. You have to think that, okay, I'm going for learning. I'm going to learn something. Tomorrow I become master, so what I will do? Tomorrow I become third mate, what I will do if I'm in that shoes? So that's how you approach, I think, should be better. So as you are more observant, open your eyes, see the things what are happening, how the people are reacting to different situations, how they are managing their time, how they are dealing with different nationality of the crew. And then the study part is different. That one everybody does. Once you are there, you know everything slowly. But it's not like you have to give some time. Not hurry up for anything. And the first important thing I think you must not forget is your safety, because you are just a newborn baby came out from the egg, and suddenly you started doing a job where nobody knows you. Correct? And nobody there to help you also, right? No hospital, nothing. We don't have anything. And if have also, we are not professional to give those treatment and medications.
It's just us. It's just you and me. Imagine that you're just a few years older, a little more experienced, but you're trained to be to give first aid. That's the best that you got. Until we call to a port and you can be safely handed over to some medical professionals. I mean, some of you guys might be thinking, oh hey, what about helicopters coming over, or maybe some rescue boats coming over. But if you're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean,
just think who is going to come 5,000 miles away in the middle of the sea to pick you up.
A helicopter can't even reach there with the fuel that they're carrying, so
it's quite difficult actually.
But
so you have to be prepared for that also, that type of situation.
I would say they can try it out. If salary is always attractive. The benefits that you can get. Benefits that you have here in terms of career progression, in terms of salary benefits, and things that you will get in the future, not now, future. So these things may look attractive, but if you decide to get in, give it a try. But if you are going to get in, if you think you can take it, all the ups and downs and all the shit that you are going to go through, okay, you better be firm, like what you said. Just make up your mind and just follow through. But if you think you can't, it's not too late. Just quit early. If you're going to quit early, or if you're going to stay all the way. The people that suffer most in our line is those who
are not confused. They are confused. Whether to follow, whether to not.
Because
they will end up with nothing. Then finally they have to go what they don't like. They have to do the thing which they don't like sailing.
So to not to be stuck there is I would just say just give it a try. Talk to more people, because there's always another side of the story.
Correct. That is also what I said. But okay, so now you're working as SOAR. So what do you think? Being a seafarer, it's easy to get job as SOAR? Means after you have gotten, after you have reached up to certain level, let's say you became chief officer, captain. So you are shifting SOAR very early. That's why I'm asking you that question. So what do you think? Is it possible once you are a class 1 COC, class 2 COC holder, and then you want to switch over to SOAR? So what is your thinking about that in Singapore? Because you are in Singapore, so you are Singaporean also. So you must have more ideas, because most of the shipping companies, they try to be in Singapore, because this is one of the best location in the world to be a sailor or to put a shipping company over here.
Singapore is a maritime country, not a seafaring country like India or Myanmar and all that. So from my experience, what I would say in terms of job opportunities, there are plenty, but you're gonna have to be prepared to take a pay cut. That's the thing. You won't be earning as much as when you're sailing, but at the same time, you are also going to be earning more, because there is more prospects for you to grow and for you to climb. But whether you can get the job or not, it will depend on how you perform. Just because there are job opportunities there doesn't mean that you will definitely get it. It is up to you to do your due diligence. You go and upgrade yourself. You can learn all your soft skills and transferable skills, such as your Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, how to do presentations, how to do talks, how to do meetings, how to do public speaking.
This is very important actually.
These are the things that we don't get when we're sailing,
Right.
Because
as sailing, you are just constrained to some limited type of environment, and your English get worse.
On board the ship, you are in a very operational role. There is a goal, and you need to meet the target. That's all. So the moment you get there, okay, you need to inspect this, you do this. That's all. They won't
correct.
give you any specific training or do meetings
There's
and
no
all that.
specialized setup of skills. You just need that
Yes.
certificate and you do the job. Job is finished. But when you are shifting to SOAR, you must have a quite
That's right.
varieties of
Skill
skills
set,
to
you mean, yeah.
to work in the office, because
Yeah.
you see here you have a lot of people who don't have C experience, but they are much smarter than you, right?
Yeah.
In the way of communication, in way of talking, in way of dealing with people, in
Correct.
way of operational managing the people. So there, that is the part where you have to look into and you have to improve much when you are shifting to SOAR. So you must take that
Yeah.
thing also in mind.
That's right. So when you're like when we're talking about this job opportunity thing, you have to know how to make yourself stand out. For example, how
course.
to build your CV, how
Yes,
to
yes,
build
yes.
your LinkedIn profile, and how to actually do how to score well in your job interviews and all that. These are the ones that you're gonna have to think about. Just because the job is there, you're gonna have to perform. Like what you were saying, there are people here who doesn't have sailing experience, but they're in these roles. But they can do this, job better than you, and they can just, they just need your advice or consultation or help. And many of the things, if they look at the trends and what's going on, or if they just Google, now we have ChatGPT for everything, they can find out all these
Nowadays,
things.
you just want to find something, it's on
Yeah.
a tip, right? Just open your phone and ask anything.
Yeah.
So now artificial intelligence also there.
That's right. So the question is, how do we make ourselves stand out?
Yeah,
The
you have to
job-
show yourself, you
Yeah.
have to show that how you are outcrowding the people. So there are so many people who are looking for the same job.
Job opportunities are there.
yeah.
You can always get it.
But when you can impress
but-
and execute
yes.
the thing properly, right?
But how do you get that job with the salary range that you're expecting? This is the real
Correct,
skill where
correct.
it
How
comes
you are
in.
going to negotiate with the people,
Yeah,
Maybe you get
exactly.
the job, but the salary they will negotiate with you is not much
Yeah.
what you are expecting, right?
It-
So the things, yeah, you have, if you want to switch from sea to shore, you have to think all these things also. So it's better not to get too late. If you are willing to leave the sea life once you get your class 1, class 2, try it from there, because you don't need actually to sail as really as a master or sail really as a chief engineer. Even you have a certificate, it will do, because once you already plan to leave a shore, like, so why you are waiting, what are you waiting for actually?
Yeah.
You start early, you'll get more promotions, more opportunities on land than a sea. Or one more thing, I must add it here, because working on ship is totally relaxed, what I can say.
Yeah.
Because once you are a master, chief engineer, chief officer, you are a relaxed kind of guy. You have to just manage this 23, 25 crew. But when you are working in shore on in the shipping company or anywhere in the shore, so that time you have to think a lot, because you have to work, you have to take decisions, you will be responsible for so many things. Maybe you will be managing so many vessels. You will be responding and giving answers to the
The
senior.
workload is much higher.
Much higher, much higher. So be prepared for them. Okay, you have a good time with your family, you will stay at home, but the other side is also you will be more pressurized. It's
Yeah.
not like the ship, like 24 hour you are risking your life, but yeah, you have to take the responsibility of what you are doing here, and you have to answer.
Yep, that's
Right.
right. That's right. That's totally right. So basically, if you're there at that position and you're already ready to jump, so I suppose these are the things that you need to think about. But if you're going to start this sailing career, or if you're thinking about it, I think it's just good to keep in mind for now. And nowadays, we just need to keep on upgrading to stay relevant. India is also developing very fast. It's gonna follow the similar footsteps in your maritime
Of course,
industry
of
and
course.
all that. So yeah, you're gonna have to compete with all these guys, not just here. I mean, the Middle East is developing so fast.
Yeah.
Many of the Arab companies,
Arab countries, these
Arab countries and all that
they are
are
also
there.
developing, coming up with this
Exactly.
shipping part and all.
So there are so many people who are already, working for these guys. They are also competing with each other, who can do better, whether the company can survive or be successful or not. So we can't just, okay, we go sail, and when we become chief engineer or captain, okay, we can, there'll be jobs waiting for us. Nah, not really. You're gonna have to.
You have to plan early, actually.
You're gonna have to plan a lot of things. You have to plan. Nothing is easy these days, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
it's stressful. It's really stressful.
So okay, one more things we take, that what do you think about the rough sea? People more always ask, when you have tsunami,
Uh.
when you have very high seas, So cyclone is there, typhoon is there. So what do you say about typhoon part?
Yeah.
Because we are sailing, we are the sailors, actual sailors. So I think better get some answer from him, because I have seen so many typhoons, so many cyclones, so many tsunamis. We always, for the bigger ships, quite less issue, but when you are on the smaller ships, there is always a threat.
This one, I would say you guys gotta ask yourself whether you have any motion sickness. Do you feel giddy when you're on the car or on the plane, or maybe even you're like a boat that is nearby your place? You can just go for a ride, see how it goes. But on the ship, depending on the size that you're sailing on, you might not feel the bad weather as much. But the smaller your ship goes, the harder you'll feel.
Correct.
But at the same time, on the big ship also, if the weather is really rough, you're gonna feel
you
it
cannot ignore that part.
Yeah.
You cannot avoid that thing.
That's
So
right.
if you have to pass sometime due to the operation and commercial purpose, you cannot just avoid everything. Sometimes you have to pass, avoiding minimum to the cyclone and pass through it.
Yeah.
Correct. So that time rolling and pitching is too much.
Yeah, so I would say, okay, if your body is resistant, or if you just throw up 1 or 2 times and you're fine, then I think
It will
that
be
should not be
normal,
a
It will
that
be
should
your
not be
habit.
an issue. Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you really have a very serious motion sickness, like when you get on a car, you already feel giddy, or if you get on a plane, you want to vomit, and then you're gonna have to think
Yeah.
twice.
So it's going to be a problem for you
Yeah.
on board.
But if you
Because
just
you
throw
see,
up once or twice, yeah,
100%.
that's
But if
fine.
you are like you are not too much seasick or something like that, you can, I think, manage over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't think that you will not face a rough sea ever. It's not gonna happen. So there are some monsoon seasons, either east side or Indian Ocean or Atlantic Ocean or Pacific, mostly Pacific. There is always some typhoon coming and going.
We
So if
don't
you
we
are-
don't have a choice of where
We
go.
don't have choice actually.
The ship is dispatched to wherever the business is for the company. So we're gonna have to be prepared to, sail these rough seas to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, of
Whatever
course,
we
of
may be
course.
carrying. Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping it up, please, if you liked our video, do subscribe and like and comment what else you wanted to know from us. We are here, we are making videos. This is our first podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll continue this journey and hope you like the video.
Yep. Thank
Please
you very
say
much.
something.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in and listening to us. Please let us know what you want us to talk more about, or if you like this video format at all. Any of your feedback would be much appreciated.
Yeah, of
and
course.
thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.